Hey, Planeswalkers, we got an awesome, fun deck here today. The number one deck for you. 5-color Niv Mizzet here in Explorer, my friends, best of 3. Now, this one's by Althuriax, a good friend of ours, one that we've covered multiple times here on the channel. Excited to be covering this one here today because it is currently the best deck, and it's a lot of fun. So, appreciate you tuning in. Flip me a like, smash subscribe, stay around for a while. Now, if you have questions or comments throughout today's episode, please feel free to let me know. I love to hear from you, or feel free to hop on the Discord server, my fellow Planeswalkers. Now, I do break down the strategy objective of this list. We'll cover your boarding for best of 3, and then we'll go play that competitive Magic here today in both best of 1 and best of 3. So stay tuned for that. You can find that in the timestamps. And last but not least, a little bit of a retrospective on today's episode, as we always do. So with that, let's go ahead and start breaking down what we have going on for us here today. And appreciate your support as always, because there's great ways to stay connected. Now, here's what we got going on. First off, we got Giganthus, we got Axis in the sideboard, but biggest piece, 5-color Niv Mizzet. We have 5 colors here, so we have to make this happen. This is a absolute bonkers list of lands. It's awesome. I'm not even going to try and break that down for you. You can just look at it. Lots of tricolor lands. But with Niv Mizzet here, the biggest piece is when this guy enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards for a library. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. Put the chosen cards in your hand, the rest in the bottom of the library in any order. So lots of one-offs in terms of color pairs, going to give us a lot of pull in terms of what we need. Now, there's a lot of value here in each of these early on, so it's perfect. And then additionally, on top of that, we get a lot of value here on the other stuff. Widespread thieving I really like in this because, again, we can hide away for 5 whenever we cast a multicolored spell. We can create a treasure token, then we may pay 5. Plus, if we do, we may play the exile card without paying for its mana cost. So this is just a ton of sneak value and a ton of card value, which is the goal, so that you just continue to have options. Once you get Niv out there, it's just bonkers and game over. Omnath, same thing. So there's a ton of things that you can do. It's a very, very powerful deck, so keep that in mind. And then also the Scarab God here at the top end, which is just massive, allows us to play back from the graveyard, and a bunch of other things happening there as well. So this is really kind of a late game list. I will say mid-range again, because we do get some Growth Spiral action, some ramp action going on as well. But it's really a late game list. Hits like a truck though, so don't worry about that. So that is really the strategy objective of this list. Slamming these big creatures, but obviously 5-color, leveraging everything else that you have and playing those cards. Particularly what I do like about this is that it can be focused, so you can go find the answers that you need, which is very important, and a lot of players do get lost with that with Niv Mizzet. Have seen that before in Historic, and this was a popular list in Historic as well. So that closes out the strategy objective of this main board. Lots of cool things in it. Excited to check it out. Now for sideboarding, we're going to break this down in 3 ways: aggro, mid-range, and late game. So to give you some ideas on some of those aggro lists, we always have our lovely mono red. We also have things in there like mono green, also more of those temple lists, mono blue spirits, those kinds of things as well. And then last but not least, we do get a couple of the combo decks that do try and connect on turn 3, like things like our lovely Mardu vehicles, our Esper vehicles, and those kinds of things with Greasefang. So here what we need to focus on is really things like taking out creatures. So Justice Strike's a big one there. Siphon Insight is not what we need. Another Deafening Clarion is nice. Then also calling Ritual to kind of wipe those boards. Next, you're going to get into kind of more of the mid-range. You get Selesnya Angels, Bant Angels. We've covered some of these. And then also Rakdos mid-range. Again, Mono Blue Spirits can kind of flex. Izzet Phoenix can kind of flex as well. So don't forget about those. We get Jund Sacrifice right there in the middle as well. So here in this space, we then start want to think about Dovin's Veto. Again, Siphon's Insight, where you can start to play some of your opponent's decks against them, which can be very big. Then late game, we have played some of the Jeskai Control, Zor's Control, those kinds of things. Again, leaning heavily on Dovin's Veto, Siphon Insight, to really take those things down. So that is how you're going to want to board for your best of 3 lineup. Obviously, again, things like Deafening Clarion are things that you can flip out, Direct Kill, things that you can flip out. So really think about some of those items. But don't forget, Tyrant Scorn can also let you bounce your creature as well. So a lot of players forget about that and give you an opportunity to pull Niv Mizzet back, recast it, kind of a thing, which can make a huge difference as well. So with that, Planeswalkers, that's the strategy objective of this list. We covered your boarding for best of 3 against aggro mid-range and late game. Let's go play some historic here in best of 1 and best of 3. Super excited about this list. A lot going on. I love the 5-card stuff here as well. Yes, I did go ahead and run some practice ones with Niv for you, as always. We'll see how this goes. Best of 1, it might be a little bit slow, but you never know. Certainly, once you get kind of the point past the point of no return, our opponents are gonna not be able to return for the match anyway. We just got to make sure that we keep slamming all these lands. As long as we're hitting our lands, we'll be in good shape. All right, we got Yami. All right, plenty of lands here. We do have Clarion, which is great, and we have the right land makeup. And this is also really for ramp. Probably should have said that as well. So what do we want here? Another hideaway. I'm gonna grab this too. Oh. Top deck combo. And unfortunately, this will not be enough for us to close this out. Just too bad. We needed one more. We could have got 2 down. We would have been okay. Lost to the turn 3. Perfect combo there that time. Is what it is. So against those, that's where we would then play some of the stuff to pick their deck apart, those kinds of things, remove creatures. Unfortunately, not much we could do there. All right, on to our next best of 1. 5-color Niv Mizzet. Shoot him down. All right, we can keep this. We got ramp. We can hit our ramp. So we need to play either one of these is fine. Ooh, don't pull the growth spiral. Don't pull the growth. There we go. Put one into our hand. Let's put one into our library. To the side. Let's see if that's enough. There we go. Boom. Oh yeah, Niv Mizzet. Even though our opponent was not hitting. That's okay. We needed that one. We got Niv off. We got it off. We're good to go. I could have at least searched. At least searched. Just to show you how many things you can pull and how that works. Shirubera. Alright. We can keep this. Not a lot of the right colors though. Not a lot of the right colors. We'll try it. We're gonna be off by 1 for Locust. Omnath. There we go. We'll try it. They probably have a counter. There it is. Ideally now, and we didn't get it. Oh, we need green. Let's see if we can get Clarion. There we go. We're missing our green. And now that they have enough there, it's going to hurt. There's our green. Want to remove the draw. Not good enough. Here's the mono blue tempo list. And the problem is, so we could have played this. Got Omnath on. Do they have lethal is the question. False. We'll see if they risk it though. Probably not. Oh, they knew. We got 1 and 2 in best of 1. All right, let's go play some best of 3. Unfortunately there, we did not connect. We needed to connect. They had enough of the mono blue tempo to play around us, which not surprised. All right, let's go ahead to our best of 3. Niv Mizzet in Explorer. Not much we could have done. We could have tried to wait a little bit more. but that's a pass-go deck anyway, so figuring we would have ran into that position again is what it is. All right, Mordor. All right, we got Growth Spiral, but none of the right colors. I'm still gonna keep it though. Ooh. Speedy, speedy. All right. Now we have what we need. So here's where we wipe it. If we can, what's that? Give us a red. Perfect. I will wipe it. Give a blue. There we go. There we go. All right. So creature based. Let's grab another of this. We can go a little bit lighter than that. 2 or less. Culling Ritual's good. I still like some of these. Let's go with 1 more less. Grab 1 more there. Let's do that. Target permanent, that's fine. Let's do that. We'll see. We could throw in more kill cards, go a little bit slower on the ramp, but the ramp's what saved us there on this last one. Getting 2 of the right colors down was very important there. Ooh, something like that. Here we go. This is better. We don't have a lot of the right colors, which is too bad. Oof. They could very well have it on this. Yeah. Ooh, put 1 in our hand. It's not enough. They got it. On to third and final. So we will throw culling in there. So they went really fast. So let's grab culling. We can grab, see, this won't kill it because it doesn't deal enough damage that way to itself, which is a problem. Let's drop out. We can keep this one. Let's get one more there. All right. Now we're first though. So we got this. Do we have the right makeup? We don't again. Such a pain. Oh, we're good. Never mind. We do have it. Phew. That's... Ooh, that is a lot right away. We'll keep that up. So there's no, we're good. We got it. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Very, very nice. Best of 3 list here in Explorer, my friends. #1 deck. Very, very fun and exciting. All right. Very quick matches, too. So, to bring this home for today's episode, we closed out going a strong 1 and 2 in best of 1. Best of 3, we played a mono red list and we went 2 and 1. Very, very well done there. We moved a couple things down around with Culling Ritual. That helped, and we're able to hit a little bit better there in that third and final match. So, very, very well rounded. Really enjoy this list. I like how it's very focused in terms of that 2-slot drop. Also, when you drop Niv, that's going to give you a good opportunity to pull a lot of that stuff in terms of those color pairs, which is really, really nice. Again, this is the #1 list by our friend Alteriax. Alteriax. I'm probably butchering that, buddy. I'm sorry. But really, really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed today's episode as well. Flip me a like, smash subscribe, stay around for a while. If you got questions or comments, please let me know. I love to hear from you. I love to hear your feedback. Feel free to hop in the Discord server. Other great ways to stay connected. We've got a ton of stuff here always happening on the channel and the Discord as always, and other cool things. So with that, Planeswalkers, you stay safe, you take care. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Mythras out.